I'm not giving you permission to record me, okay? I'm telling you that right now. So if you record, your phone's going to be taken away and placed into evidence.
Law enforcement tried to censor this video by reporting it for bullying and harassment. We the people will not be silenced.
No, I'm good.
Don't open the door on me. Thank you.
She also said not allowed to record anybody in public. So could you correct her on that? You guys are all public servants, so she said she'll take my phone if I record her. Okay. You can't do that's illegal, correct?
Are you studying law?
No, I just have somewhat common sense, I guess. I do social media, so I'd like to get all your guys' names and then...
We're not doing social media right now. This is not for entertainment.
You don't need their ID.
Let's not argue about this, all right?
There is no argument. That is the law.
You think you know the law? Driver told the passenger you want the ID. Driver thinks he knows case law and knows the law better than I do.
If you don't ID yourself,
You're going to go to jail.
The state of Florida says every person in the car has to identify themselves.
Wait, what?
your law degree.
Law degree?
Yeah, since you know the law better than us, where'd you get your law degree at?
You're going to jail for resisting, I guess.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. The First Amendment is under attack. Today's video was censored from my channel because it was reported to be bullying and harassment by whom I assume to be law enforcement officers. Let me be clear, the only bullying and harassment that takes place in this video is by the law enforcement officers. The Martin County Sheriff's Department in Florida doesn't want anyone to see this body camera footage. Why? Because it shows deputies threatening to seize a man's cell phone for exercising his First Amendment right to record them, also unlawfully arresting his girlfriend for standing up for her constitutional rights. We the people will not be silenced. Make sure you hit the like button and share this video so as many people as possible can see it. Let's get into it.
Hey, Deputy Thomas, Martin County Sheriff's Office. The reason why I stopped you, one, the window tint, two, the exhaust, and the rev in the exhaust.
Rev it?
Yes.
Manual. Downshifting.
Okay, alright. Well, I didn't know that until I got to the window.
Alright.
You mind rolling up the window halfway so I can touch it? Right there's fine. 3%. The legal limit in the state of Florida is 28. 15 in the back. Do you have your license, registration, insurance on you, sir? Can you lower the window as well? Do you have your ID on you, ma'am?
Their ID?
Yes.
You don't need their ID.
Let's not argue about this, alright?
There is no argument. That is the law.
You think you know the law? Ma'am, do you have your ID? Okay, that's fine. Lower all your windows for me halfway. Because you want to play the game, sir. 3%. 3%. Sir, I have a quick question. I'm looking for a case law real quick. On the passengers having to ID themselves. I know that has changed recently. The driver is not cooperative. He told his passenger not to give me ID. He doesn't need to. Time for. They're coming eventually. Tatiana's coming. I think I recognize the passenger from the jail. I just don't remember her name. Alright, sir, quick question. Case law for passengers refusing ID. I remember that it's recently changed and this passenger here is refusing ID and the driver told the passenger not to ID. Johnson versus NOCCO. Perfect. Thank you. Passengers refusing ID themselves. Driver told the passenger you want the ID. Driver thinks he knows case law and knows the law better than I do.
He has to ID himself.
The driver did, but the passenger...
Passenger has to.
Correct, I know. Passenger is a female, backseat passenger is a female. Driver is
You want me to go talk to him?
See, because my next step is ask her to get out the car, and she's probably going to refuse to get out the car and want to go that route.
Hey guys, how are you? Hey, do you have ID on you? So, anybody inside the vehicle has to ID themselves. When we request for your identification, you have to ID. If she refuses, it's a criminal offense. You can go to jail for that. So, do you have your ID or driver's
said on the. What's your first name? You really want to make it that difficult? You really want to take the ride?
You're making this harder than it needs to be, really.
Yeah, this is really gonna suck. I just have the tickets.
Huh?
I just have the tickets.
I'm not writing any tickets. I'm not the initial officer. So I just came over here because she was refusing to give her ID. So I was just trying to be the peacemaker here, but she's trying to make this harder than it needs to be.
This is not a stop and identify state, so unless there is a crime committed, passengers never visit.
Everybody inside the vehicle has to identify
I wish
themselves.
my lawyer was awake right now.
That's perfectly fine. You can go and Google. Ma'am, do you have your driver's license on you? Or ID card? I can't hear you. Can you roll down this window?
Hey, she wearing a seatbelt?
Once I got to the windows were tinted, so I couldn't tell if she had it on or off.
When she got off, it didn't look like she took off her seatbelt.
Oh, well.
Webinar. Did she take off her seatbelt? Did she take off her seatbelt?
She had her seatbelt off when I approached.
We just picked her up from the airport.
But like I'm saying, you're making this harder than it needs to be. See how easy that was?
I mean, I literally do not care. I just want the tickets.
Is that your girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay. So you made it harder for herself.
That's her to talk about. Are you a supervisor?
I am not, no.
Alright, can I get a supervisor?
Yeah, we'll get you a supervisor.
There we go.
A supervisor's on his way.
Alright, can I get out?
No, stay in the car. Is there a reason why you want to get out?
I do social media, so I'd like to get all your guys' names and then...
We're not doing social media right now. This is not for entertainment.
It is. This is giving me a lot of money. They don't pay for all
Well,
the
we're
tickets.
not doing social media. Listen, I'm not giving you permission to record me, okay? I'm telling you that right now. So if you record, your phone's going to be taken away and placed into evidence. Plain and simple.
When the supervisor gets here, I would love for you to say that back.
That's perfectly fine. He'll say the same thing to you.
You're in public view, you know that, right?
Correct.
There you go. You're
But
being
I don't
recorded
give you
over there.
permission to
See those-
record me.
Did you
Okay,
get that?
on your private phone.
Did you? Those go to a private server in Walmart.
Okay, can you get access to that?
Yes, pretty easy.
Okay. When you do that, let me know.
But if you were to pass by my house right now and my Ring camera records you, or anything else,
Are you studying law?
no, I just have somewhat common sense, I guess. What's the supervisor's name?
Sorry?
What's the supervisor's
Sergeant
name?
Mogler.
This is for tent?
Sorry?
This is just for
I have
tent?
I have no idea what he pulled you over for.
He said I was revving, and then I said it's manual. He said, well, how am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, I have no idea. I was just here for backup. Like I said, he advised me that he asked the passenger for a driver's license. She refused. So I said, okay, let me go see if I can talk to her.
To legally have them give you your ID, you would have to either be detained or
Read
arrested.
up on that. Okay? Or ask your lawyer. Maybe your lawyer will provide you better information. But anybody inside the vehicle has to identify themselves.
How long till the supervisor's here?
I have no idea where this is coming from. Are you just visiting or do you live here? You live here. So she's just visiting. Does she live here? You live in Stewart or where at?
It was right off the end. I literally just wanted fries. Fuck. I would just rather get the tickets. I don't even really care for tickets. It doesn't matter. It can be fun.
I have no idea what he's gonna do. Like I said, it's simple for people to just ID themselves. And then they don't want to and they make the bigger situation than it needs to be. You see what I'm saying? Okay. We're not gonna agree on this.
I don't get why I have to ID myself. I'm not the one being detained.
Because everyone inside the vehicle is detained.
Okay, but I haven't done anything, so I'm not being detained. The one that you're detaining is him. I'm not doing
all the
anything.
occupants of the vehicle, okay?
Well, I've never heard of anything
you
saying
want
that
the
you have
case
to.
law?
I haven't heard
Do
anything.
you want the case law? That's what I'm asking. Do you want the case law for it? You're saying that you haven't heard, I'm kind of educating you. Do you want the case law, yes or no? Because I don't want to have to take you to jail if I don't have to take you to jail.
And if you don't ID yourself,
You're going to go to jail.
then you get placed in as
But
gang
why do I have to ID myself?
because you're inside of a vehicle that was stopped for a lawful reason.
Okay, well, why do I have to ID myself? I'm not doing anything. I'm just riding in a car. That does not mean that I have to ID myself just for simply riding in the car.
Where'd you get your law degree at?
What?
Where'd you get your law degree at?
My what?
Your law degree.
Law degree?
Yeah, since you know the law better than us, but where'd you get your law degree at?
Fellow patriots, imagine this. You get into an accident, you're seriously injured, and suddenly the people who are supposed to help you, your insurance company, turn against you. Insurance companies are supposed to have your back, right? But when it's time to pay up, they often lowball you, delay you, and make you feel like your case doesn't matter. That's where Morgan & Morgan comes in. America's largest injury law firm fights back if you become their client against these insurance giants with real results. Just recently, they got their client settlements 34 times higher than what the insurance companies tried to offer. $12 million in Florida, $26 million in Philadelphia. That's real justice. And the best part, you don't pay a dime unless they win your case. You can start your claim right now from your phone without setting foot in an office. If you've been seriously hurt, don't let insurance companies treat you like another number. You can click the link forthepeople.com/audit in the description below or scan the QR code on screen because your case could be worth millions and you deserve to fight back. Thanks to Morgan & Morgan for fighting for the people and sponsoring this video.
Hey, she goes, Jane don't.
That's fine. She can take the ride. So this is my passenger. She refused to ID herself. She initially wasn't going to give me an ID. At one point in time, the guard was like, don't give him nothing. And she refused to give anything. Everybody else is giving me ID but her. She feels like she doesn't have to give ID. I try to explain her case law. Like, she doesn't want to hear nothing. You know, he requested a supervisor to come here. So I'm like, okay, I'll get you a supervisor to come and change it.
I'm gonna say no, just look on her. You're old enough to go to jail? Okay. Is that the game you want to play?
I don't get why I have to ID myself.
Because case law says that you have to. Once we stop a car, everybody contained within that car has to produce identification.
I didn't do it.
It doesn't matter, you're part of the car.
It's a traffic infraction on a freaking tick, like, thing. I don't have anything to do with the tick that's on the car. I don't get why I have to ID myself. I didn't do it.
You are in the car.
I didn't do anything with the thing.
Okay, so
I'm just writing.
Okay, so I'm going to explain to you your options. These are your options. The state of Florida says every person in the car has to identify themselves. I don't make the laws. You vote for laws, I vote for laws, laws get passed. Your options are you can produce your ID to him or to us so we know who you are, or you can go to jail if you're over 18. Or you can still go to jail if you're under 18 and your parents can come pick you up at the jail. Those are your two options. I don't care which one you choose, that's totally up to you, but one of those two options is at your disposal. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't make the laws. We just enforce them. Do you have warrants or something that you're afraid of going to jail?
I just don't have anything. I don't know. There is no reason for me to provide my ID.
There is when you're inside a car that we stop. If you'd like, I can explain it to them, but that really has nothing to do with them because we're dealing with you. You're welcome to read the case law at some later time so you can educate yourself on what it is. But this is where we're at right now. It's a stupid problem to go to jail for.
I didn't have shit to do with the thing. I'm just riding in the car.
So then what is the big deal about showing him your identification?
That I don't have anything to show my identification. I didn't put it.
Okay.
It's tint on a car.
So you're choosing to go to jail over not showing your identification. And then when we get to the jail, we know who you are and the whole thing makes no difference because we're going to know who you are from your fingerprints. So either way, we find out who you are. Why make life so difficult?
is she to you, boss?
What?
Who is she to you? Girlfriend. Girlfriend? Do you want to talk some sense in her so she doesn't go to jail tonight?
Your boyfriend? Yeah. Okay, here's the options. She either gives us ID or she goes to jail.
Why would she go to jail?
Because
What crime did she commit?
the state of Florida says anybody that is contained within a vehicle during a traffic stop has to produce identification. She is contained within your vehicle during your traffic stop.
Yeah, can you show me that? Like the
I don't have to show you that. You're welcome to research it on your own. It's Florida case law,
All right.
2023.
Just let us
Look it up.
Here, I'm letting you know. You're being taken now.
You just give me your ID.
No, we're past it now.
Huh?
We're past it. I did bring it.
This is literally stupid.
And then she also said not allowed to record anybody in public. So could you correct her on that? You guys are all public servants, so allowed to be recorded. Could you also correct her on that, please? We're in public as well.
What are you talking about?
She said I'm not allowed to record her. She said she'll take my phone if I record her.
Okay.
You can't do that's illegal, correct? I have the right to record anything in public property. Do I do that? I do, right? I can record you as well, right?
I'm recording you.
No, I know. And I can also record her, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Take her to jail for resisting, I guess. Are you done with him?
Oh no, it sticks right there.
Deal with that, I guess.
My car's open. Just throw her in there once you're done.
Please help me understand this. All because she doesn't want to produce her identification.
For what?
She doesn't want to show identification. Yeah, they just changed. A couple months ago. Didn't Bernie send out a...
I just found them. The only one I had was 23. I think it's changed. Sam was saying it changed. And it was like a year of suspicion that they were involved in a crime, which probably went down. So there is no statute.
I think Bernie sent it.
Are you on?
Trying to think.
I just tried. So I guess they just picked her up from the airport. She's from Colombia, which is a little weird to me.
She's from
That's
Colombia.
what Tatiana said, which is a little weird. Nick just wrote him probably like 15 tickets.
Oh, I'm sure he...
He used to even get out of the it was like 12-foot roll. Like,
Have a seat. Is there anything inside your car that you need?
What's happening from here?
She's going to jail.
No, that's fine. Anything, like with me.
I don't know. I'm not the one that pulled you over. I don't know if there's citations. I don't know if there's anything else that's coming
It was
with
for
this.
Kent. I don't understand how she's getting arrested for Kent.
Okay, so to explain it, all right? So you got stopped. She's inside your vehicle, right?
I see that.
Okay, so Florida states that anyone contained inside of a vehicle that is detained for a lawful purpose of a traffic stop has to identify themselves, okay?
Do you know what like statute that is? So I can look it up specifically. Because
It's called case law.
Yeah, everything I'm seeing.
Plus,
Unless they have reasonable suspicion.
Here's your license.
Perfect.
Here's her license.
Perfect.
Registration. You gave me 2 registrations.
Oh yeah, one's probably for my new place.
Okay.
Probably for the
So, I have one more piece of paper to give you, alright? Just wouldn't print out this one. You're getting a window tint ticket for this window. You're getting a window tint ticket for that window. You're getting a window tint ticket for the back window. You're getting a window tint ticket for that window over there. You're getting a window tint ticket for that window over there. You're getting a ticket for altered exhaust, modified exhaust. Give me 1 second.
It's a 50 state legal car exhaust.
so there is no statute. It's called case law. It's when stuff goes before the Supreme Court and case law is set. It's precedent. It's precedent. Okay? So there's nothing that you're going to read that says that. What she's going to jail for is resisting without violence because she failed to produce a driver's license or identification. Or obstruction. I'm not too. They fall underneath the same statute or in the same category. What she's being charged with is that. What case law means is the interpretation of what they're supposed to do.
She got arrested because she was sitting passenger seat and she didn't give them her ID, so they just arrested her. For not giving them her ID as she didn't commit a crime and was just sitting passenger. So, fucking Martin County.
And here's your last citation for not showing me proof of insurance. Any questions for me?
I have proof of insurance.
Alright, you didn't show it to me. I asked you for your license, registration,
I
insurance.
handed it to you and you walked
handed me
away.
2 registrations and a license. You didn't hand me your insurance.
Well, it's on my phone.
Alright, great. Show it to the courthouse. Alright, you have 30 days to take care of the tickets. You need me to explain to you how to take care of the tickets?
No, I'm good.
Don't open the door on me. Thank you. You need me to explain to you how to take care of your tickets?
No.
Alright, have a great night. I don't care how you feel about me. Once you go inside of here, we're two separate entities. You treat them with respect, you do whatever they tell you to do, your process goes a lot smoother in here. Alright? You're gonna have to ID yourself, or they're not gonna process you. You'll be sitting in here till you give a name. Do you understand that? Do you have any questions on that? Are you gonna tell me who you are now, or?
I'll tell them.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Alright, fellow patriots, first things first, I have to commend Aiden and Giselle for the way they handled themselves throughout this entire ordeal. It is not easy to remain calm in the face of tyranny. Second, shame on the Martin County Sheriff's Office. This is a horrible look for the entire department, all the way up to the Sheriff John Budenseek. The first time I watched this body camera footage, it absolutely blew my mind that in the year 2025, there are still law enforcement officers out there who think it is illegal for we the people to record them. Also, how is it possible these deputies don't know that passengers are not required to provide identification unless the deputies have reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime or infraction? Not only were these deputies completely inept at their jobs, they had the nerve to belittle Aiden and Giselle, asking them where they got their law degrees. How embarrassing. Now, I may not have a law degree either, but I know that we the people have a First Amendment right to record law enforcement, and I do have reading comprehension skills. So let's take a look at the case law the deputies were referring to during this incident. Johnson v. Noco involved a traffic stop in Florida where a deputy asked passenger Marquise Johnson for his ID. Johnson refused, arguing he wasn't legally required to provide it. The deputy arrested him for resisting without violence, the same charge Giselle was unlawfully arrested for. But the charges were later dropped. Johnson sued for a Fourth Amendment violation. The 11th Circuit ruled that asking for a passenger's ID doesn't automatically violate the Fourth Amendment, and granted the deputy qualified immunity, meaning he couldn't be sued personally. The case doesn't establish that passengers must provide ID, but confirms that officers can ask for it without violating the Constitution. These deputies are so dumb they don't even realize that this case will be used against them in a federal lawsuit to strip away their qualified immunity. I'm calling on the Martin County State's Attorney Thomas Bakudal to drop the charges against Giselle immediately. I will leave public contact information in the description below. It is your First Amendment right to peacefully petition your grievances for redress. I can't wait to read your comments on this one. Hit the like button and share this video to expose these tyrants to the world. As always, stay safe, God bless. I'll see you in the next one. Long Island Audit. Peace.